Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for ACS Professional Year Boost Your Career with Industry Internship webinar. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to make an acknowledgement of country. ACS acknowledges the traditional owner of the lands on which we gather today across Australia. We pay our respect to their elder past and present. We acknowledge their ongoing connection to land, sea, and community, and extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people. A few quick housekeeping notes before we get started. If you have any question during the webinar, please post them in the chat or QA sessions. We will also make sure that so we have a dedicated Q&A part at the end of today's webinar. We will a recording of this webinar and a copy of the presentation deck will be also shared with you via the email after this event. And please look out an invitation to complete our post-event survey. It will only take a few minutes, and we'd really love to hear you through the feedback. Once again, thank you for all joining us today, and we are really excited to have you here. I'm your host today. My name is Ike. I'm the Education Operations Manager at ACS. I'm joined today from Melbourne, and we are also very pleased to have two very special guest speakers join us in second half of today's session. We will be sharing their insight and experience about ACS Professional Year. I'm really looking forward to introduce them to you in more detail in a little bit later in this session. Before we dive in, let's take a quick look at what we will be covered in today's session. So we will start with an overview of ACS Professional Year program and what it is and how it helped the graduation transition from the study to professional environment. Then we will take a close look at the internship component, which play such a key role in helping students gain practical experience and industry exposure. In the second half of today's session, we will join our by our guest speaker to discuss the industry and internship experience in more depth and explore how PY students and building the professional connection and grow their career in Australian's IT industry. And of course, we will ensure that we have the time for Q&A, and we will address your question in the end. First, let me quickly introduce ACS. We are an Australian leading technology professional association representing a growing community of nearly 50,000 members nationwide. And at ACS, we operate through four key pillars, which you can see on the screen. We are committed to building a strong tech community that dedicated to powering possible change through the technology. We set professional standards for technical skill and practice, and we also create career pathway that help nurture and growth Australian tech talent. Also, we access and support skill technology migrations and helps to improve the diversity and enrich Australians' workforce as well. Talking about the migration, ACS not just providing the migration skill assessments, we also offer a range of the pathway assist and the resource to support your journey in IT profession. One of these key pathways is the ACS Professional Year program, which not only helps you develop your professional and industry skill, but also support you permanent resident goals. In addition, ACS provides a variety of networking and professional development events designed to help you meet the employees, build your professional network, and connect with your local tech community. we also offer access to large digital libraries through the ACS Skillsoft platform and give you unlimited opportunity to enhance your skill and stay up to date with the last in technology and business learning. Okay, so before we jump into ACS PY, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. ACS representatives are not registered migration agents or legal practitioners. The presentation material is designed to provide current information for general information purpose only and does not constitute immigration or legal advice. So what exactly is the ACS Professional Program? The Professional Year, we always mention it as PY, was established by Professional Department, Department of the Home Affairs in 2008 to help international students and recent graduates transition successfully into the Australian workforce. Within the ICT field, ACS is the professional body to deliver the PY program. ACS PY program is designed to support the international IT graduates as they begin their career in Australia, while also contributing towards their permanent resident goals. The program helps participants prepare for an Australian workspace and enhance the professional communication skill and also gain the local experience through an industry internship, which is a critical step to breaking into the ICT industry. The ACSPY in IT is a job readiness program that bridging the gaps between full-time study and employment in Australia's tech sector. The program is designed to take you from being a recent graduate to a confident, job-ready professional who understanding how the Australian workplace operates. It made up of several key components, which carefully designed to build your skills step by step, which start with our ACS online orientation as your introduction to the program. In the same time, you will also move into the class-based work readiness training, which runs around 32 weeks. This is where you develop your essential soft skills through the two main modules: the communication and performance in workspace, and the entry and advancement in the Australian workspace. In this part, you will learn how to work effectively in Australian team environment, and it's all about helping you adapt to workspace culture and expectations in Australian tech industry, and also equip you with the practical tools and the confidence that you need to ensure the meaningful work. So once you complete your classroom training, and so you will progress the ACS Professional Year Internship. This is a 12 weeks placement in an Australian company, giving you the opportunity to apply your learning in a real workspace environment. It's a valuable chance to gain the hands-on industry experience, building the local reference, and also demonstrate your skill to potential employee. Many students actually receive the job offer or the referral as the result of their internship experience. Alongside your internship, meanwhile, you also complete the professional environment online course. So we always call it the PE online course. So over a 13 weeks period, this is a structured online professional development program run by ACS. It gives you an opportunity to connect with the mentor and the peers, discuss the technologies, reflect on your internship experience, and plan your next step towards a long-term career in technology side. As you join the PY program, we'll also complimentary ACS membership for 1 year, and we will discuss more about this one later. Along together, so these components create a clear and supportive pathway. You start by learning, and then you apply for your skill and in the workspace. And finally, you connect with the industry and plan your future. This is practical, structured, and deeply rewarding journey, and designed to prepare you for a success in Australia's IT sector. So completing the PY program comes many benefits. First, you will be contributed to solve the Australians' tech skills shortage and help to meet the growth demand and the skilled IT professionals. At the same time, you will enhance your IT skill and knowledge, keeping yourself competitive in a job market. You will learn how craft a strong resume, prepare for interview, and understand the employee in Australia expect. Beyond that, so you will also have the chance to grow your professional network and gain practical work experience through the IT industry internship. And the grads of the PY program can plan the 5 points towards skill migration under the eligible IT skill occupation. Let's briefly talk about the entry requirement of ACS PY. So to enroll this program, you must to hold a valid passport and visa, which allowed full work and study right. And your visa must be valid at least 1 year. It means the 365 days from the date when the program commencement. You should have the completed and IT-related bachelor degree or higher degree from the Australian tertiary institution. You must also meet the Australian study requirement as well. You will need to complete the English language test within the past 3 years and demonstrate the equivalent of the Department of the Home Affairs competent English standard. Finally, so you will be required to attend an application interview with the ACS accredited education provider. Talking about the PY provider, of course, across Australia, there are 7 ACS Professional Year provider operating in all states. If you have your mobile device handy, you can scan the QR code on the screen and access your choosing your professional year provider guide. This guide is designed to help you select the provider and the best for your needs and ensure you get the best possible experience during the professional year journey. And now let's deep look the internship component of the ACS PY program. Internship journey is divided into 3 main phases. The phase 1 takes the space during your in-class component. Roughly, it will be the week 8 to week 16. During this phase, you will attend the internship information session and to understand what to expect and how to prepare. By around week 26, so you will have a pre-placement interview, help you get ready for the next step. The phase 2 is matching and placement phase, and starting around the week 26. Your professional year provider will match you with a suitable company, and you will begin the interview process with the host company. Once everything finalized, you will receive your internship confirmation. So phase 3 will begin from the week 62, so which we focus on today. When you officially start your internship throughout your placement, you will first meet your supervisor and team, learn about the company culture and settle into your new workspace, and then you will start working in the real world IT projects. You develop your technical and also the professional skill, including like the problem solving, the workspace communication, and the teamwork. Importantly, you will also receive the feedback from your supervisor, help you in tracking your progress and continuing improvement your throughout the internship. Now, let's talk about how to have a success internship. And really, so the key success is you. The first, so there is some basic requirement you should aware of. Your internship at least 12 weeks long and minimum of the 220 hours. It usually around 3 days per week, and every of the PY, the class training, internship, and the online course must be completed in Australian, and the 100% attendance is expected. But beyond just the meeting the requirement, your attitude is really matter, and taking charge of the career start here. So what make you stand out is the effort you put in. You're making impressions, treat your CV, your interview, and also your interaction like the professionals. Flexibility is important too, because that so you can open a different opportunity can make the big difference. During the internship, make sure you set the clear goal, be proactive, and building strong relationship with your team and the supervisor. Remember, you are not on your own, and your PY provider is also supporting you through the internship. They will do a mid placement checking and to talk with your progress and your challenge and focus the area that remained for the placement. And at the end, they will also do a final review and reflect your skill development and also professional growth during the internship. By active engagement, taking the initiative and making most of the support available, you can turn your internship into a launchpad for your IT career in Australia. As a PY student, you will also get the access a wide range of support from ACS. So first off, or you will receive a complimentary 12-month ACS membership. I encourage you to take full advantage of it. This membership gives you the opportunity to build a professional network, attend the ACS events, and meet industry leader, and gain valuable networking opportunity to increase your visibility in the tech community. You can also improve your skills throughout the resource and include access the large digital library via the ACS Skillsoft platform, where you can upskill and stay current industry trend. And for those interested in the migration pathway, ACS also provides some support resource like the event webinar and also the ACS app assist telephone consultant service to navigate your option. And if you are coming for a job seeker, we also have the opportunity you can involve and you can attend the ACS job seeker event and the tech boot camp. And also we have the ACS career platform and find ICT internship and the grad position. So to summarize, everything we are talking about today is the resource, the support, and your ACS membership, and is guide you to through your professional year journey and help you build a success career in the Australian IT industry. So yeah, so altogether, this experience will give you a strong foundation, not just starting from your career, but also through the IT sector here in Australia. So I shared a lot of the information to you so far and about ACS and the professional year program and how it can support your career and migration goals. So now we are moving to my favorite part of this webinar and hearing directly from the people with real world experience. It's time to get some insight from our guest speaker. Please join me and to give a warm welcome to our guest speaker, Dr. Muhammad and Usar UK. Dr. Mohammed is the founder of the Tutor 10X, one of the Australia's most innovative platform connect students with the industry through the meaningful work experience. He has over 27 years of the industry experience. Have worked with a top organization like the Accenture, Cathedral, and the UN agents, and now mentor startup, the enterprise company alike. And also, he is supervisor over 200 capstone project at the Federation University in Australia, and it's widely recognized as the leader in innovator in student employability. Also, our second guest speaker is one of our PY graduates from May this year, UK, and UK is known as an IT service desk engineer at interviews technologies. Original from Nepal, he came to Australia in 2018 and completed his Bachelor of IT at the Victoria University. During his professional year, UK completed an internship at Interviews Technology, and by the end of this internship, he was offered a premier role. He credited the PY program with helping him bridging a gap between the study and the industry, building the confidence in interview and presentations. So, and also shape his career and migration pathway in Australia. Also, yeah, so a big welcome to both of you for today's webinar. Okay, I guess a little bit of the icebreaker to warm us up into the question that we have today. I'd like to hear from you. So in one sentence, describe the biggest surprise you encountered in the internship placement or hosting an internship compared with your initial expectation. I think I probably start from you, Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you very much, and hello everybody. It's a pleasure to be here in this call, and I look forward to sharing with you anything from my perspective that can help you in becoming more successful in the next step of your journey. I'm glad to be here.
Cool. I also can ask, so could you please help to describe that? So the surprise you hosting an internship compared with your initial expectation to just maybe one sentence. Is that okay for you, Dr. Mohammed?
I apologize, but you were breaking up. Can you please repeat the question?
Yes. So just for one sentence, describe the biggest surprise you hosted the internship compared with your initial expectations.
The biggest surprise I ever had compared to my initial expectations from the interns.
Yes. For hosting this intern, yeah.
The biggest surprise, okay. The biggest surprise was to have an intern coming with high, all the marks are the best marks for every unit, high distinctions, coming to my company, and he was like saying that, okay, can I just please sit next to someone who is a senior data analyst when I gave him the first task to do. And he said, look, can I sit next to someone who is a senior data analyst so I can actually get supervised about the task that I would have to do? And I said, well, it's not going to happen. So you are on your own, and that is not what you would expect from, we would expect from someone. We would provide you with all the supervisions, but then please change your mindset. That was a big surprise that people came with that sort of mindset, that they are coming to do the internship just by sitting next to someone who is the senior member, and they're gonna talk to them at any time and every time when they are stuck in any step of the process to get the supervision. And sometimes forgetting about the fact that the whole internship is to just push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And unlike what you basically get at the university, you just take responsibility of your work. And obviously supervision is there to support you, but this is your chance to prove to yourself and to others that you can actually do something. Yeah, this is a surprise.
Yes, thank you. Really appreciate Dr. Mohan. I passed to you, UK. How about you? What's the surprise though? You come to your internship first and to compare with your initiative expectations.
Thank you for this opportunity, and hello everyone. In one sentence, if I had to describe the biggest surprise I encountered during my internship, would be how much different it is, like hands-on, like what we study at uni and what is out there already. So I studied about Windows Server and everything, and then in like real world, there's already cloud, and we no longer use like server racks. Mostly they use, but it's mostly cloud at the moment. And my company, where I did my internship initially and where I'm working, they specialize in healthcare IT. And healthcare is so much different. Um, for me, like Telstra was a telecommunication company. And then when I join interviews, it's not just telecommunication, but it's also healthcare. So there's when I go to a GP and then just for a test, I don't know what happens in the end, back end, like IT. So after joining in, I was like blown away because there's a lot of things involved. There's a radiology system, there's doctors systems and all this talking with each other. Referral, when GP gives us a referral, that's uploaded through a software called Comrade, and then that's sent to reception. There's another software from Comrade and all this. It's all fascinating. And I also remember the first day I went to install a site for a radiologist, and then I saw these server racks and everything, and then connecting NAS storage and everything. It was all theoretical when I started. I did my projects, like small projects on my own, creating NAS storage, but for radiologists, for a business, it was all new. And then I never expected my internship would take me there. For me, it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go do internship in this company. I'll probably be working as help desk, just taking calls and everything. But I was on the field, uh, setting up a radiologist, a whole system, and building their computers. Uh, it was all exciting.
Thank
That's
you.
all I can say.
Yeah, thank you, UK. Yeah, so really appreciate you share your story, and yeah. So I think my first question will be more deeper to understand for you both side, and yeah. So my first question is for Dr. Mohammed. So why do you host the internship from the PI program, and what do you think? So are these beneficial to the host companies?
Okay, the benefits to the host company. Interns, I'll speak from my perspective. So almost anyone and everyone that I ever worked with, they always, highlighted the fact that when they worked with me, they enjoyed like the conversations about the innovations, building amazing products, and how creative I am, and this and that. But I must admit something here. I'm also teaching 1 day per week, as I mentioned in the post. I'm surprised to see how creative the next generation is. So when it comes to like delivering projects, I'm talking about projects that I delivered to UN agencies in Japan, to CSIRO, to their climate data scientists. They extracted data from Australia's fastest supercomputer systems, and I was the business analyst to help them become, more innovative. So there were so many projects I did, workshops that I ran in Microsoft. So I do have, extensive work experience. But when I talk to students in the classroom, I mean, the final year students, when they finish almost their studies, I'm just impressed with the possibilities that they can just bring on the table. And unfortunately, they just underestimate their capabilities. And probably this one of the problems is that educators like me are trying to give them the mindset that, look, if you study these units and do the assessments exactly as the way we describe it, following the strict rubric, then you get like high distinctions. If you don't, your mark is less. That means that this is an indicator of whether you can be successful in the industry or not, which is basically wrong from the beginning. Is outside of this conversation. The possibility, their capabilities are way beyond what I would ever expect from sometimes people who are even in my age who claim to be very creative. So long story short, why am I working with the interns? They are just bringing just fresh perspective in solving problems, and sometimes they're not aware of it. So maybe because the educational system is killing their confidence that, look, you have to basically follow all this step-by-step process, but they have a lot to offer. So long story short, when I am designing a new product or a new project that needs to be innovative, when I bring them, to discuss, and I transparently talk to them about, hey, this product, this is solving the problem. As soon as they figure out what the structure is and what we are trying to basically solve, as soon as they see that there is an atmosphere that I'm just getting them to provide their inputs, and as soon as they see how I'm trying to solve the problem with some of those innovative methods, they quickly learn it, they quickly apply it, and then they to their basically ideas, and then they just give me sometimes super surprising ideas, and I was like, oh my God, look at how capable they are. So to answer your question, why am I bringing interns? Because with the power of the creativity and innovation, I can make sure that when I'm designing a solution, I design it together with the future leaders of this country or future leaders of their home country if they go back, or doesn't matter, especially I'm talking about international. Why am I bringing them into discussions in building my products in the past? Because their perspective is just the next level. Their innovation is in the next level. They are so smart, so creative. It's just that they need to believe in their own skills. Probably they shouldn't really listen too much to their lecturers to see where they are and whether they can be successful or not. They don't need to trust their marks that educators like me are giving them, because we are stick to the rubrics. And rubrics these days have no marks for creativity and innovation. And therefore, we never appreciate how amazing they can be, because with repetitive tasks, even AI can do it. So in today's market, everyone is looking for fresh ideas, fresh perspectives. So they are way ahead of so many like myself in the market. It's just that they don't aware of this creativity, and I would love to work with them as long as I show them how to, think and how to basically come up with ideas. Then they believe in themselves. They actually bring all those innovative ideas, and they find the confidence to be able to, carry on with, the rest of the activities. Did I answer your question?
Yes, definitely. I totally agree. And that the problem solving skill, and also they are creative and will build their confidential for during the internship. Thanks so much for sharing. And I totally agree with all the your points, and especially for the new generate, and so why you bring them. And I really appreciate you to give them this kind of confidential for the ICT industry. I might pass to UK, and I know so you already sharing some of your internship story, and but I want to know so more information about that one, and how did this QI program support you find this internship? I want to know about that part.
I did my internship from QIBA, and then they were really supportive. First thing, they helped, part of PY, they help us with the resume. And then they ask us, what sort of a company do you want to do internship in? So they give us flexibility in, do you have a company? Are you interested in a certain company? Do you have any companies you want to do intern in? And they help us with interviews, and they review our interviews. They help get our perspective. What are your career goals? And then so we can match with the company for you. And then they were very helpful with this, especially where I did my QIBA, my facilitator, Jivan, he helped me a lot with all these things, whether it be interview, whenever I had some interview coming up, I was applying for other jobs as well. And then he would help me, okay, this is how you're gonna go with the job. So this is how you're going to tackle these questions and all this. Like the whole PY program, they were very supportive, finding the internship, finding a role. And one thing they taught me about is like, you have to know about the values, like what values a company has, and then you align with that value. So that's the kind of mindset you should have. And that is what PY helped me develop. And they have this growth mindset, and the whole process was very smooth, very supportive, and I'm very grateful to this whole PY program.
Thank you, UK, for sharing this. This story. I think so. From the beginning, so definitely some help for the resume, and also to help you for the interview will be the very critical for when you're starting to looking for the job as well. Yeah. Let me move to the next question. So I think it's most also important as we talking about the international student. I might pass to this one question is for you both, and I might pass to Dr. Muhammad first. And what do you think? I think you covered in the last question a little bit also. So what do you think the difference between learn at university and applying in a real world practice? So yeah, what's the PY program and to help the bridging this gap and to prepare the university graduates for their internship?
Okay. So basically the question is, what's the difference between like what they studied at university and the programs like PY that are out there to help them in terms of gaining practical experience? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So for their real world practice, yeah.
It just reminded me of something. Can I just suggest? Can I just check how many of the candidates have watched Top Gun movie? Top Gun by Tom Cruise.
I think there will be a lot.
We have a few.
Yeah, we have a
Okay.
few that raise their hand.
You know what? I haven't thought about it, but it just came into my mind for a second. Do you remember the scene? So basically, they were picking the top pilots in the country so that they could actually be prepared for a real mission to do something amazing. And they realized that their trainer is basically this guy, Maverick, who is basically Tom Cruise. So what I love about what he did was that he actually entered the place, he introduced himself like, hey, I'm going to be your trainer pilot to prepare you for a mission. And then the next thing he did, which I actually tried to show you what he did, was that he basically showed, I don't have a series of like books, but then he showed like a large textbook like style, like, hey, this is going to be the structure for your, basically on how to operate your plane, your fighter jet. Is that right? Are you aware of everything that you studied? And everyone said, yeah, I studied about everything and anything about this. Basically, we know every single word of all this. And then he put it in the bin. He put it in the bin and he said, look, then your enemies know about it too. And then that was the beginning of his training. I literally do the same in my classrooms, and I literally do the same when it comes to Tutor 10X. And I would like to borrow this as a way to give everybody the mindset that, well, I don't want this to be like to that extent, but then if you want to really change your mindset, if you want to be that successful, forget about what you've done before at university. It's not that it is useless, but from now on, you are in a totally different level. So what it means is very simple. At university, and this is the structure of a university, it's not about like Australia or anywhere else. What we do at university is very simple. We create a bubble. We create an environment that is so supportive, structured textbooks designed and approved by TechSub with the learning outcome, with the assessments to assess, and with lecturers who are always kind and support you throughout the entire process. But that's still a bubble. When you are basically feeling stressed, we have health and well-being, at universities. We have a student at risk. We identify if you are at risk. We provide you with support, peer mentor. So this is all happening at university. That's just a bubble. When it comes to the industry, please think about it differently. I'm just saying so that I want to make sure that whatever I'm saying can help 1%, in your success, whether you are doing PY program or anything else. That is truly coming from my experience of working in 27 years. I actually came to Australia while I was full-time student. While I was full-time student, I managed to get a work visa. I have done it 3 times in 3 countries, in 3 different continents. In my bachelor degree, I was a full-time bachelor degree. I was a developer in the Netherlands, in Europe. I got work visa. So this is something that is the maximum level of success that any international student can ever think of. To be an international student and at the same time you get a work visa. So basically you go to the university and you don't basically ask them to basically give you a student visa because you already have the employer sponsoring you while you are full-time studying. I've done it in the Netherlands, 3 years. Schengen visa. I went to Malaysia doing my master. Again, I did the same. Employer sponsored for my visa. I came to Australia when the employer paid for my flight tickets and for a hotel for 4 weeks to come to Australia until I find a position. While I was full-time student, PhD again, I did it 3 times in 3 different countries, in 3 different countries. So I know exactly what the challenges are. So what I'm trying to share with you is not from like a boring academic stuff or lecture. I'm just sharing with you truly from the bottom of my heart, a recipe that I did that helped me in succeeding. I want you to be successful as well. It wasn't because I was super genius. It was because my mindset was different. So to answer your question again, everything that you think we teach you at universities, with all due respect, put that aside. With this structured program like ACS Professional Year program, think of it as a stepping stone to help you in navigating to your success. By doing what? Very simple. By focusing what matters the most. The experience, pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Realizing that there is no rubric. There is no rubric at all. You have to deliver the work no matter what. You have to get things done. And don't try to think, just do it. When you change your mindset, and it may look simple, like, hey, what does that mean? Everyone is saying the same thing. No, just do it. You're assigned a task that you have to basically complete something.
Yeah.
Get it
totally.
done. Get it done in the best ever way possible. Something that you will be proud of. Something that you just tell yourself, like, I've done the work, but this work is not 10 times, but 100 times better than any work that anyone could possibly do. So nail it in such a way that when they look at it, they are so impressed. So maybe it may sound very simple, but that's what I've been trying to do. I was just, when they were giving me a task, I actually did it, and I did it even better. And I even thought about what I should do after, and I tried to make it even better than that. So try to do the work in a way that will impress even yourself and your employer and anyone else without thinking about, excuses like, hey, I actually studied Power BI at university. This is Tableau. I haven't even studied for that. Are you serious? No. Forget about any excuses. And if you run out of excuses, you can always ask ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, I don't want to do this task because I need more excuses to convince myself that I can't do it. ChatGPT generates, even 10 more excuses for you. But then instead of that, shut it down and focus on getting the task done no matter what. If you manage to do it, then you don't need any advices from me or anyone else. You will find your way one way or another. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, all good. And thank you so much for sharing this kind of insight. Yeah, I totally agree. So sorry, and I might to pass to UK for another question too about it's actually, sorry, it's quite similar, but so I want to know, so what kind of the tech skill or soft skill you get this kind of knowledge during the internship? And so it's kind of like, so I want to know, so that's so like Dr. Mohammed said, so what kind of the development you get so from this one?
So regarding soft skills and technical skills, I did study diploma, advanced diploma, and bachelor's. So I learned about Windows Server, all basic stuff for IT. Right. And also with my own family and friends, when they have some issues, I would remotely access their computers and all this. So I had this knowledge. But when I joined the internship, it was different. Like on a corporate level, we don't think in such a way, and these people, they're stressed, they have issues, and then we need to find a way to emphasize with the people because they have issues. Like I was with the doctors and radiologists, they're getting paid by the minute, and then they have an issue, and then if we're not able to solve the issue straight away, they're going to get frustrated and then need to find a way to do it quickly, and then just emphasize and show some empathy to them. So that's the kind of skill the internship helped me develop. Like, and also during the internship, I managed to build a middleware software that's able to read data from a legacy pathology device and then transfer into a new modern HL7. These are like a bit of healthcare languages. So
yeah.
beforehand, I didn't know anything about HL7 or PACS, all these things. And then the internship helped me. They mentored me. Okay, this is how you didn't study in the uni, so here's a bunch of documents. You can go through it. If you need any help, just let us know. And then I went through all these documents. What exactly are these software? How do they work? What is the backend workflow for a radiologist and all this? And just so I am able to fix their issue when these radiologists get into some sort of a issue. So I can help them do it quickly because they are losing time, money, and there's a lot at stake because it's healthcare. And some radiologists might call, okay, I'm not able to see this X-ray for a patient. That's an issue. And then we need to figure out a way to do it quickly, and all these needs to be documented. So when I fix an issue, so the same issue might come up again. So I need to build a habit to document it all. So if in case the same thing happens again, this is how we do it. And these are the things that the internship helped me develop. And so there are some things that I'm not able to do it. So need to escalate the situation or do as much as I can, and then just document it. Okay, this is how much I did, so what to do after, and then escalate to the further upper tiers, engineers, and all these things. The uni didn't teach me any of it, and it was all thanks to the internship, because beforehand it was all like, okay, it's a job, and so how am I gonna? They probably gonna train me, but thankfully, I had this very good internship place. They helped me develop all these things, being calm, and I was a bit stressed before when taking on calls, and then, okay, they have this issue. How am I gonna solve it? I was stressing, and they were like, "Be calm. If you're stressed, they're gonna be stressed as well. So if you don't know how to do it, just be calm, and then you can escalate the situation. And these soft skills, the internship helped me to develop. I think that's all.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing. Yeah, definitely. So in a very different workspace, so this kind of the soft skill always to help you to communicate with the other colleague, and yes, to help you to kind of like to find this kind of the problem solving skill as well. So yeah, so I just a reminder of the time, and so we have a last question for one of the Dr. Muhammad and one for UK. So the last question for you, Dr. Muhammad, is that could you please just give a short answer for what insight can you offer on career development for early career professionals?
Sorry, what insights I can share with what?
Sorry, what insight can you offer on career development for early career professionals? So what insight you can offer to them? So
okay, yeah. Let me think about it because an insight that I can share. Okay, well, I'll tell you something, and that I will make it super quick. So you just put on the screen founder of Tutor 10x. You know what the Tutor 10x is? It's a program that It's free, basically. And by the way, it's nominated for International Innovation Education Award in New South Wales. And this is what I'm trying to do. But you don't have to come for this free event. You actually need to focus on what I'm about to say. With this program of Tutor 10X, one-day internship, which is what I've been running with also P5 program providers. What we do is we reach out to companies. We just tell them like, hey, are you going to hire junior candidates, fresh graduates, like that? Let us create a hackathon, a competition, so that all those students are coming to this competition, basically coming to this space, like 100+ students are coming and they compete. And the winner, who like JavaScript developer, Python developer, IT networking, business analyst, the winner of this competition, you can actually offer him the job on the spot. We have been running it for years. The students can actually search to things one-day internship and they sign up for it. So it's just something that is free, thanks to the support from the government and to the UTS startups and Sydney Startup Hub and all City of Sydney as well. But why I brought it to your attention, because the advice I'm about to give you is what I actually included in that competition. I actually go take the microphone, talk to 100 students who are coming to the event space, and I tell them like, hey, submit something super fantastic on GitHub. For example, this competition, I don't even care. I don't even bother to look at it to mark you, because this is what the success means for you if you're a fresh graduate. And I want to tell you the reality that you will not hear it, I can guarantee, from anywhere else. And here's the thing, in less than a minute. If you want to land a job, and that is what you define as a success, I will give you like an example. That means you go to Dubai and you want to go to this Burj Al Khalifa, one of the tallest building, and you want to get to level 100. That level 100 is landing a job as a data analyst, as a business analyst, as a programmer in Australia, entry level. If that is your objective, let me tell you something. Whatever you know about Python programming, technical skills development is a lift that takes you to maximum level 20. Max, I can guarantee, with 27 years of fine work experience, not working for 1 or 2 or 3 companies, so many companies in so many different countries, you are the best ever Python developer in the world. You don't get level 20 more than level 20. That's the maximum you get. From level 20 to level 100 is what I want like to share with you as the insights. It's your presentation, your communication, and your teamwork. Even in those competitions, what we do is we tell everybody, like, we don't care what you do. You have to share your screen and you have to talk about what you have done on GitHub in a way that make us feel like you know what's going on. If you can't do it, your best ever genius work is going to be level 20. And I don't care what you've done. You won't get more than that. And I'm telling you because I was the inventor. I won multiple international awards for my invention. So I supposed to tell everyone like, no, actually your work is going to be appreciated. No one is even bothered to look at your work unless you work on your soft skills, your presentation, your communication, your discussion around understanding the requirements, things that we normally don't even, focus much at the university. You have to focus on this stuff. And these will be determined, success will be determined based on this. So instead of thinking that by making your skills really perfect in technical skills, there are plenty of courses out there that you study. Focus on your soft skills. Focus on presenting your work confidently. Focus on your communication skills in terms of communicating with the customers to understand the requirements, and focus on the teamwork to understand the Scrum methodology and to be able to talk to the team about your daily stand-ups and things like that. Otherwise, you will lose all those opportunities sometimes to people who don't have who are not as smart as you, with the Python skills that you have, with the JavaScript skills that you have, but they can talk better than you, which is unfair. Think of it as the world is unfair or not. That's how the world works. 80% of your success is coming from that. So it's your choice whether to complain that, hey, my expertise, my talents cannot be seen, or you play by the rules. I told you the rules that you would not hear anywhere else, just, as the way that I try to basically picture for you. But this is your only chance to think about it and try to do something about it. Otherwise, I can tell you, your max is level 20. You won't get to level 100.
Yeah, sorry to stop you, Dr. Mohammed. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing this one. But so I might need to move another question. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry to stop you. Another final question for UK. And we already know the PY program helps shape your career goal. And what's the plan for your future in the career?
Well, moving forward, PY, the PE taught me all this getting certified, getting certification. Like IT is something where you don't stop. There's always something. The sky is the limit. And then, like Dr. Mohammed said, like level 20 and getting to level 100, you need to keep learning. So my next step would be keep learning. Like when I joined PY, I found a lot of friends there. They were like, I joined PY because my agent told me about it. And they didn't think of PY as something important. And for me, it was very important because that helped me learn so many things. And uh, learning about new technologies. My future goal would be learning about new technologies. Like during PY, I had this a circle of friends where they're all like-minded, who everybody loved technology, and we worked on different websites, different projects, and everything. So I'll be continuing on that. And there's this one thing I want to say, like this PY program is like you can just walk somewhere with a flashlight and then you can reach the destination, right? But PY program is like somebody's showing you the path ahead with a torchlight. You can go on your own with the torchlights and you can get to the destination, but PY is like somebody already showing you the path, like lighting it up. So this is how you gonna go. This is where you gonna get. So follow this path, and then you will go much further. And PY was something like that for me. And I really miss those classes. And I'll be connected with the PY students and the mentors and everything, and keep on working on different projects, learning. Um, yeah.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the UK, and thank you so much for Dr. Mohammed as well for sharing both of your inspiring insight and experience with us today. And okay, so I think that is a conclude for today's panel discussion. It always be wonderful to hear real story by you, like the PY internship and the IT career from both the industry leader and who is helping to shape the future employability, and also from the recently graduates who successfully transition into the Australian IT workforce. So I just a quick look at the QA section and chat. I think my colleague behind has very diligent and to answer most of the question. And yeah, thank you everyone for our participant in asking questions throughout as well. I think we can jump to another part. Before we wrap up this session, I'd like to quick note that we are coming next to our professional year webinar slide. Today is the series part 1, and we focus on the internship and the industry connection. And the part 2 session will be held on the 27th of November, and it will focus on the career mentorship. In this session, we will explore how ACS Professional Environment online course, and we can help you develop the career and strengthen your professional skill and successful in the Australian IT industry. Yeah, we will have our mentor and the current PE online course student in the next webinar as well. So please download the link, register, and come to join us. We are looking forward to have you again in the next session. Also, I think so. ACS has plenty of the publication to support the different interests today. I will call out a few of these resources, and it can be useful for our audience today. And final reminder for the ACS members, so you have access to a range of upskill and professional benefit for our partners as well. So we can access digital discount for AI program, professional publication, IT training, NARTI, certificate, transition, and also IT training course. And bring us to the end of today's webinar. I'd like to thank you all to join us during the part of the session. We hope today's discussion gave you some understanding of the ACS Professional Year program and how it helped you your career and also in the Australian IT industry. Please don't forget complete our post-event survey, and it takes some few minutes, and your feedback is really help us to improve our future webinar. If you have any further question after today, please feel free to reach out with us and via email or keep touching with us. We'd more than happy to help to support you. A big thank you for our two guest speakers, Dr. Muhammad and UK, for sharing your valuable and insight and experience with us today. Your story
Thanks.
truly brings the professional year journey to life, and we really appreciate your time these 2 weeks talk with me and our team. Thank you, really appreciate.
Big thanks to ACS for giving this opportunity, giving this platform to speak. And yeah, PY, I can't emphasize more, but it's the best thing that has ever happened. And I feel so much gratitude, like to have this platform and then to inspire future students to join PY, because PY is not just for the PR points, it's so much more than just that.
Cool. Thank you. Really appreciate it, UK. And yeah, thank you all the audience and spend your time with us today. I wish you have a good afternoon, and we are looking forward to see you again in the part 2 of our webinar series. Thanks, everyone. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.